Hey guys, what's up? We're in my bathroom right now because I am gonna do something different and I'm gonna talk about skincare, which I never do. So I kind of wanted to show you guys what I've been using recently as a skincare regimen, and it is all by Elf. Elf. A $23 value, but it was only for $18. So you see that right there? What I didn't use yet is this sheet mask, and I don't know when I'm gonna use it, but so the first thing and first step is obviously going to be the Elf Daily Face Wash, and it's the Daily Face Cleanser actually. After you cleanse, what you want to do is tone, so that is the next step, and this is how the toner looks. And then what you want to do is hydrate your skin. This is the Elf Hydrating Face Cream. It's the Hello Hydration Face Cream with hyaluronic acid, which everyone is into these days. It's a trending thing, and it also has peptide complex. And the last little mini guy right here, this is the eye cream. So you just put that right on top of your eyelids and underneath your eyes for some added hydration, and it's supposed to help avoid wrinkles, so that's also good in your skincare. So this is like the basic skincare system that everyone needs, even if it is an Elf. Like, you definitely need to wash your face. After you wash your face, you want to get rid of the excess oils and dirt, which you will have even if you wash your face. So you definitely want to tone after. And it also closes the pores. So a lot of people don't know that, but that's also a very important step. Because once you close the pores, then you want to hydrate. You don't want to hydrate when they're open. So I'm going to show you guys my skincare. So I'm just going to take a dollop size in my hand. Just rub them both in between my fingers. See you guys. Ooh. The minute you put it on your face, it feels so good. I just rub it everywhere, obviously. You want to massage it for a good 2 to 3 minutes. Then what you want to do is obviously rinse. So I'm going to rinse really quick. Pat your face dry. You don't want to really do anything too harsh to the skin, like scrub and scratch. The toner, just find something nice and dry to pour the toner on. What I like to do is go like this, and now and then you can see that there's still excess dirt. I like to put a decent amount and rub them in my hand, the palm of my hand, and just rub it everywhere on your face. And this stuff feels so good. So the toner, by the way, has alcohol in it, so you will feel like a little sting if you have any open cuts. So yeah, be careful. But my face feels so good already. Like, I feel hydrated and awake. And now I'm gonna go in with my little guy and just definitely underneath the eye. You tug on that area so much. You want to really prevent any wrinkles and just make sure you have it nice and hydrated. And there you have it. That is my current skincare routine. Also wanted to show you guys this lip oil I've been currently using, and it keeps my lips so hydrated, and it also gives it this sensation of a lip plumper. So this is just the Broadway Ultra Lip Mint Oil, and it's so soothing and it feels so cooling. So yes. So while I'm super relaxed, I just wanted to show you the candle that I'm currently burning, and it smells so good. Bougie Parfume. I can't even pronounce that. Chefroof. Yeah, no. But yeah, it's honeysuckle fragranced candle, and it smells like gorgeous flowers. And Bay actually got this for me, so shout out to you, Bay. But yeah, it smells so good. Hey guys, so now that we have done the skincare portion of the video, I also wanted to tell you another product that I love to use after every step that I just shown you. Which, by the way, that was 2 days ago. I had to stop and continue this video, but we're keeping it pushing. So right now, I am going to use the Nourishing Rose Oil. This is how it looks right here. This stuff is so good. I use it in my hair and on my skin, and it smells like rose, and that's what everyone loves in their skincare lately. So this smells really good. So it comes in this little squeezer thing, so I just squeeze it out on my, and a little goes a long way. So what I do is rub it in. And also another important step for your skincare routine is SPF. I didn't show that I use SPF, but I always make sure I use it, especially when the sun is out. But always want to make sure you use it just to protect your skin. So now we're going to move on to the eye look. And if you can tell by today's title, we are actually going to do a glam but wearable for Halloween. Like, let's say it's a last minute look and you didn't have a costume, but you want to look like you were made up for Halloween. So we're going to do like a dark vampy lip. We're going to do like a grungy eye, but it's also going to be glam. And it's suitable if you have like a last minute accessory that you want to throw on top, like some cat ears or something, just to be cute. Like if you want to go out to the bar to get a few drinks, which is what I'm gonna do on Halloween, which is tomorrow. And this video is super last minute. So this is for my last minute girls. And I'm gonna edit it today. It's literally the 30th. I'm filming and editing today. So you gotta give your girl some props. I know it's been a minute. Quick life update. I just graduated Empire Beauty School, so I am officially a licensed cosmetologist. Technically, I'm a temporary license, but soon to be permanent once I take my state board test. But with that being said, now we can get into the eye look. So I'm gonna zoom you guys in. We're getting close and personal. So today is gonna be very highly talked about e.l.f. Cosmetics. Not sponsored at all, but e.l.f. I'm actually going to introduce this palette that I just got, and it's so beautiful. And this is my second time using it. It's still a first impression for it because I didn't really use a lot of shades. I used like the neutral tones. And these are the colors, you guys. This looks absolutely stunning. Look at this. Oh my God. And it comes with 32 shades. And there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 shimmery shades, and then the rest are matte. And this is perfect for fall. I thought it would be really great to use it in today's video. We do have some darker tones, which I am going to basically focus on today, and maybe add a pop of color. But this is amazing. All of the shades have names on them, and it's, duh, I should probably mention the brand. It is by Amore Us USA. I think I came across it on Instagram or Facebook, and I was just like, what? And they also come with 4 lipstick shades. Okay, so really quickly, I wanted to swatch the lipsticks that came with the palette. Everything together retailed for $25, so that's a pretty good steal because you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lipsticks, and you get this huge, beautiful palette, which, by the way, I don't know if I mentioned it, it is the Nude Fantasia 32 shade eyeshadow palette. Now, let's swatch these quickly. I don't think I'm going to use any of these shades, but they are wearable for this look. I feel like any of them would be pretty wearable. They're nudes. So we're going to start with the first one, and this is called Sandy, number 29. This is how it looks right here. So it's this beautiful nude shade. I think it's perfect for my skin complexion. Then we have the shade called Dessert, and it is this beautiful chocolate reddish brown. These are all beautiful for fall as well. I can't wait to use these. These are like everyday shades, which are awesome. This one is Cashmere, and this is how it looks. Oh, and they all smell kind of like candy, but then kind of like just regular lipstick. This one is Peaches and Cream, and it's this light nude, perfect for lighter skin tones, but if you have the right lip liner, I feel like any shade is wearable. So do not get discouraged if you're my tone or darker. I feel like if you put a darker liner and basically fill in your lips and then pop this in the center. The last shade is Cup of Tea, and it is this beautiful mauve pink purple, and that is stunning. So these are the shades. Now we're gonna jump into the eye look, and I am thinking of something really blown out and grungy and dark. So I'm gonna take a tapered brush, that's just a regular blending brush, and for the transition shade I'm gonna use the shade called Daydream, and it's this nice tan shade. So we're gonna start to work this in the outer crease and work it inwards as well, just to lay down a color to begin to work with. So we're gonna build it up. And my brush dropped. My first impression, like I was going to say, I feel like these colors are very blendable and buildable, and I don't have any complaints so far. They're not patchy. They go on very vibrant. So that is the tea on that. So now I'm gonna jump into this shade called Vagari, and it is like 2 shades darker than that one, and I'm gonna start to work it in the outer crease and kind of blow it out in circular motions. Using the same brush, nothing too fancy because they are in the same shade range. That's how I roll. If you want to use different brushes, you can go ahead and do it, but I feel like it is not necessary at all. Going into a darker shade, we're going to go into a shade called Gleeful, and it is a little bit darker than the last one. So basically we're just going to build it up with darker tone shades and start working lower and lower, leaving the lightest transition shade up top so that we can see that transition and so that it is nicely blended, which is key. I don't think it's showing up as dark as it looks in the pan. That's my only criticism with this color. And this palette, all of these shades kind of look the same. So I'm gonna go into the shade called Chorus, and it's this dark plum shade, and we're gonna start to stamp it on the outer crease. Yeah, I don't know what it is at all. I'm gonna try to pick up a fluffier dense brush by BH Cosmetics, and I'm gonna really tap in there and start to stamp that shade that I still cannot see. I don't know what's going on, but so far this palette is not impressing me. The transition shades were fine, but like this shade, look how dark this shade is supposed to look. And like, sis, it looks, and then I shouldn't have to like blend for hours to get it to show up, but I think I'm gonna have to jump into my other palette by ColourPop that I actually filmed a video for that I ended up deleting. So that's the tea on that. I would have uploaded sooner, but I deleted the whole video. And I think I'm gonna grab that palette. We're gonna work with that as well to create the eye look that I want today. The lighter shades are beautiful. Let's see how this purple shows up. This is how it looks on my finger. Okay, so we're working with something now. That's just it right here. So we'll jump back into this palette a little bit later, but I'm gonna grab the ColourPop palette. So here is the ColourPop palette, and it's called Give It To Me Straight. All the names are beautiful, and they're on the back, and they all have names that are like basically truthful, like matter of fact, up front, straight up. These are just examples. This is some of the names in the palette. So I think it's really cute. I love the concept. It doesn't come with a mirror. I did use it like 2 other times. Like I said, I filmed using it and I ended up deleting it. So it would be great to throw into today's first impression slash new favorites video. I'm gonna take a white-haired brush and hopefully this turns out better. And I'm gonna take the shade called TMI, which is this beautiful burnt, like mauve color. And I'm gonna stamp it on the outer crease. And now we're cooking with grease, you guys. Now I'm seeing a little something. So we're just gonna build it up in the outer crease right here in circular motions, nothing too crazy. We're just gonna start to build it up. And you don't get much fallout with this palette, which is pretty interesting because I'm not even tapping it out. Well, I lied, now I'm getting fallout, but. Okay. So now I really want to darken things up and I want to go into the shade called Actually, and it is the darkest shade in the palette and it's this beautiful dark brown, and I'm really going to start to work it in the outer crease. But I'm making sure I'm not taking it too far upwards because we want to see the previous shades, and work it towards the inner corner but not too far. And then I'm going to start to drag it out. So right now we're just building it up and dragging it out. I'm like tempted to whip out my Morphe palette because those shades, when it's dark, it's dark. There is no patchiness, there is no, it's not showing up. Morphe does not disappoint, but I'm not gonna cheat too much. This is a first impressions video, but also a tutorial. I know the look I want, but we're gonna have to make it work with what we have. This gel liner in a pot that I did attempt to use as a liner, but it ended up being too light for me. So people who are lighter than me can probably pull it off, but this is more on the bronzy side, so it probably wouldn't show up on me. So I don't want it to be a complete fail. And what I'm gonna do is take a flat shader brush and dip into this pot. And it is really creamy, I will say that. And what I'm gonna do is use it as a base for my lid shade. So I'm just going to put it all over my lid, and that's a beautiful bronzy shade right there. I'm gonna go right over top of that with the lid shade called Illusion, and it's this beautiful green shade. And now that is a shade, and she did not come to play, she came to slay, you guys. This shade is absolutely gorgeous. I'm really into the lights greens that have like this golden undertone lately, so I'm gonna pop that right over top in the inner section. Ooh, ooh, yes. So we're just focusing on the inner corner right now because I kind of want to use another shade to get the most out of this palette. The mattes may have been a fail, but the shimmers, they're here, honey, and they're here to stay. That is absolutely stunning. Okay, there's another shade that looks exactly like that called Make Believe, so I'm a little bit confused, but when I swatch it, it is more on the gold side. Even though they look exactly the same, I don't know if you guys can tell. So I guess what I'm gonna do is take that shade. I'm actually gonna spray my brush. My e.l.f. Go Figure Hydrating Coconut Mist. e.l.f. has been killing it lately. And I'm also just gonna pop it right exactly where we put the last shade to intensify it a bit. That is really, really pretty. And it is on the golder side. So Great, now that we have done that, what I want to do, I want to use this burgundy shade called Fantasy. And let's see how she shows up. Oh yeah, it looks more red on my hand than it does in the pan. It looks more on the purple side in the pan. And I'm gonna take this flat white haired brush and dip into that shade. And I'm gonna go right directly next to that green shade. That is stunning. Let me zoom you guys a little bit more closer. This is pretty. I still want to leave some of that eyeliner shade from ColourPop right next to it, and I'm also gonna just intensify that shade with another shade as well. So we are gonna darken things up, so don't you worry. What I'm gonna do on top of that shade is take the shade called, I'm gonna flip my brush over, by the way, and jump into the shade called Dazzling. And I am going to actually pop that right between where the green and the red shade kind of meet. Ooh, I love that. More of the shade called Dazzling right here. Back into that first blending brush and just kind of blend everything together. Make sure there's no harsh lines. Lightly dust it with this kind of angled fluffy brush from Luxie. I'm gonna see if this dark brown shows up, and it's called Natural Beauty, and I'm gonna put that right on the outer V. It looks lighter than the other shade that was on the outer crease, so I'm a little. We're also going to continue to drag the outer edges out. Yeah, that didn't really show up as dark. The next darkest, but it's the second to darkest color, which is Guardian. I'm going to try to see if that shows up, and I'm going to place that on the outer corner and start to wing it out. It's showing up a little bit. Has a lot of fallout. Granted, I'm like really trying to get the shade to show up. So yeah, no. The shade that I do know shows up as dark as it looks in the pan is called Saint, and it is the last shade and it is the darkest. And what I'm gonna do is begin to wing it out, and what I've been using is a flat shader brush. I know it sounds weird, but it's compact. So what I like to do is go in side to side motions, and what I'm gonna actually do is create a wing, but I'm gonna smoke it out because I don't wanna do liquid liner. I wanna keep it more on the grungier side, more of the smokier side. So what I am going to do before I do that, because ColourPop has been showing up today, I'm gonna jump back into the Give It To Me Straight palette and start to build up that last shade called Actually again, and it's the darkest plum shade, and I'm just gonna make sure we actually have something to work with, because the shimmer shades really surprised me in the nude palette, but the dark matte shades, not cutting it. I could have used eye tapes today, but we have makeup wipes. It's all good. And I know how to wing out eyeshadow without eye tapes. Like, I'm a pro. But no, seriously. I don't know if it's picking up on camera, but it is looking darker. And now I'm going to take that dark shade in the nude palette called Saint right here. And it looks kind of blue-black, but now we're talking. You see that? And I'm just going to start to smoke out my outer lash line, basically. Basically packing it on and going in side to side motions. Actually tap into a glittery shade, which is from the Give It To Me Straight palette, ColourPop. And I'm going to use the shade called Upfront right here. And I'm going to use my finger. And what I'm going to do is lightly tap right on top of that inner shade, and that's just going to make it pop all the more. And then I'm going to take a blending brush and just blend it out, and I'm going to tap it on the other side as well, just to add a little bit more intensity. Okay, so I really wanted some glitter on my lids. I don't want to have ask anything. It came in a trio, so I don't know the shade name, but actually I do. It is called Gold Rush, and this is from the Loose Glitter collection. I don't want to use any glitter adhesive because I don't want it to be too chunky and noticeable. I just want it to be like a little shimmer. So what I am going to do is dip that brush right into the glitter, like so, and just tap it lightly right on the inner corner. For a primer, I'm gonna actually jump into this set from e.l.f. that I received, well, that I purchased, and it goes for the value of $23, but it retails for $15. The jelly highlighter, which looks like this. We get the lip plumping gloss, which I tried it out, and it makes your lips feel like they're literally just growing bigger. Like they feel so minty and fresh and tingly. So this is how that looks. The primer that everyone's raving about, that is comparable to the Tatcha Silk Canvas Primer. So for the lash line, I'm not going to wing it out too much, but I am going to take my Hank and Henry liquid eyeliner and just make sure my lash line has some definition. And it gives the illusion of your eyelashes looking fuller. So nothing too crazy, just a small line. And I'm gonna take my BH Cosmetics Stellar Lash Mascara. I'm gonna pop these bad boys on. I got this from AliExpress and it came in a pack, and they are faux mink lashes. So I'm gonna pop on my lashes and I'll be right back to jump onto the face. Okay, I'm back after what seemed like an eternity because this lash wanted to give me problems today, but okay, we're ready. Onto the face. I am gonna take the Poreless Putty Primer by e.l.f. And this is how it looks when you open it. You get a fairly good amount of product, and okay, it looks like it's really gonna smooth out your pores. Doesn't smell like anything. I'm gonna really focus on my nose and T-zone. And if you have oily skin, I would suggest to use it everywhere. I have combination. You are going to be out all night, girl, so we want this makeup to stay and not stray. Okay, I really love how this makes my skin look, and I feel like it really closed up the pores. It is a poreless primer, so there's that. Actually gonna do a little hydration with the hydrating coconut mist. I love to use it before and after makeup. What I want to do is something a little different. I'm gonna take the jelly highlighter. Oh my god, this shit moves like she jiggling. But okay, I'm gonna take what's literally falling out of the pot, and I'm gonna dab it on the high points of my cheeks so that I look like I'm glowing from within. And I'm just gonna start to work it in with my finger, nothing fancy. The foundation's gonna cover it up anyway. We just wanna highlight the points you would normally highlight. Okay, now that I look like a Tin Man, I'm gonna just go in with my foundation, which is the Super Stay Full Coverage Maybelline foundation, and this is drugstore. So this is a pump applicator. I'm just gonna pump it directly on my Flawless Face Sponge by e.l.f. or Total Flawless Face Sponge, whatever. Okay, so whatever's left I will go under the eye, but I'm not gonna go too crazy. I'm going to take two concealers. The first one is by CoverGirl, and I did speak about it in one of my last videos, I think. And it is the True Blend Undercover Concealer that everyone is raving about. It is fairly new to drugstore, and I'm in the shade called Natural Tan. So I'm just going to put this on under my eye, down the bridge of my nose, mouth, chin, and forehead. Y'all know the drill. Awesome. Then what I like to do is going with another concealer, which is the Flawless Concealer by e.l.f. And I'm just going to focus it on the inner corners and a little bit on my nose, just to add a little bit of lightness. My sponge and blend it out. Get the inner sides of my nose with the brush so that I don't mess up my eye makeup. Just a little tip and trick for you guys. Now what I'm going to do is take this itty bitty little loose powder from e.l.f. It was one of the free gifts that came with one of my purchases, so I am going to utilize it. I actually really do like this formula. It's so fine grit. So what I am going to do is put it directly where I put the concealer, under my eye and my T-zone, using my Beauty Blender or Total Face Sponge. Normally I would cream contour, but I totally forgot about it, so we're not going to do it. A brush like this. I'm going to contour with this shade right here. I'm going to actually mix the two that are next to each other and just put this right on the sides of my cheeks, like so, to add some color back. Forehead, sculpting brush by AOA Studio, and I'm going to go down the bridge of my nose, and then I'm going to blend it out with this flat brush right here that is literally designed for contouring. It's flat and angled, which is perfect. And I'm just gonna blend it up and down like so. And I'm also gonna do that to my cheeks. I was looking for my sponge, so I'm just going to go directly under the contour with it. I'm not going to use a translucent because I don't want it to be too light or harsh. Jump into blush, which is the Ofra palette that I have here. Take this brush from Mang, and I'm going to use these two light shades up here. And just go right on the apples of my cheeks and work in circular motions. Look how beautiful and flawless that looks. It's so pretty and like light. It's the perfect pink for me. These two shades are gorgeous. A little bit on the nose, not too much. And I'm gonna take down these clips. For the base of my highlight, I'm gonna use the ColourPop Innuendo. I did try to use it in my last video, but as I told you, I deleted it. So this is it here. It doesn't come with a mirror either, but these are the shades. In my opinion, they all look the same. They're really pretty, however, but none of them are really for my tone, so I am gonna use it just to pop on as an underneath highlight. This is the shade called Morning After, super cute. And it is the shade closest to my skin tone. It's like a golden, so that is my favorite shade. The rest kind of all look the same, but just wanted to show you guys how this looks. It is really pretty. It's not really blinding necessarily, and it is the Nebula Noir collection. There it is. So let's see what this highlighter is all about. It is a loose highlighter. I do normally gravitate towards those because they are just all the more blinding. I'm looking for my brush. Okay, this is the highlight brush I'm gonna use, and it comes with this little sifter right here. You just open it up. Ooh! You see that? Now that's blinding, honey. Ciao. Ooh! I gotta be careful. This big fan brush, one of my faves ever, and I'm just gonna blend that in. Like so. And now I'm going to finish up the eyes, throw on a lip, and we are out of here. So I'm gonna zoom you back in. Hello, how you doing? It's a white-haired brush, and I'm gonna jump into the shade called BS, and I'm gonna dust it right underneath. And then I'm gonna take the shade called Actually. This is a more smaller flat shader brush. And I'm gonna focus it on the lash line. Ooh, that's really pretty. Right, I'm gonna jump into that loose highlight again. That is super stunning. And I'm gonna pop it right on the inner corners. I have no idea what brand this is from, but it just says turquoise eyeliner. I believe I got it from a BoxyCharm box, but nonetheless, it is this beautiful dark forest green. And what I am going to do is just go right on the waterline. Mascara. And we are almost done. I just have to throw on a lip. I am ready to go and eat something. But the lip is literally the star of the freaking show. Hold on. I need more highlight. Mood. Okay, now we're good. I'm gonna go all out and do a vampy lip, and this is from e.l.f. and this is the liquid matte lipstick, and I'm trying to figure out, it is called Vampy Violet. I'm just gonna do it The applicator makes it super easy to use. It's like pointed. It's not black, but it's not purple. It's like black purple. I think it's super sexy, especially for a night out, and super appropriate for Halloween. And if you notice, I've only dipped into it once so far. A little trick I like to do, since I'm recording and I forgot I was recording, but nobody's perfect, so what I like to do if I make a little mistake is just clean it up with a flat shader concealer brush and take a concealer or a foundation shade and basically just clean it up, because especially if you have a dark color, you don't want anyone to detect that you like totally didn't color in the lines. So, and it just instantly cleans it up. Okay, so all that's left to do is throw on some more setting spray. Okay, so this is the finished look, you guys. It is very suitable for a night out on Halloween. We got the vampy lip, we got the dark smarky, we got the dark smoky blown out eyes, we got dramatic lashes, highlight is popping, you can't go wrong. So all you gotta do is throw on some last minute bunny ears, cat ears, whatever you want to do. You can even like get some fake blood and have it drip down your neck, do whatever you want to do, go crazy. Happy Halloween, you guys. Please be safe out there. It is a crazy world, but that is all I have today for you guys. I hope you love the look. Please comment, like, subscribe. Thank you guys so much for supporting me, and have a good day. Bye.